Hey there. So today we are going to talk about how to know if you are financially and mentally ready to invest in your business. If you're here for the first time, I definitely want you to leave a comment below and tell me where you're from. If you are tuning in again, I would love to hear your shout out and want to welcome you back. Okay, I'm going to just jump right into this. So today I'm going to talk to you about 3 ways to know if you are financially and mentally ready to invest in your business. You might be wondering, who is this girl? I am Caitlin Ferguson, and my company is Citizen Virtual Business Services. We are a virtual bookkeeping company, and I have been serving 7-figure plumbing contractors and others in the construction field for over 4 years. And that's why I know exactly what you need to know to take into account before you invest in your business. So let's jump right in. What is point number 1? Point number 1, the question I would ask is, do you have an emergency fund established? An emergency fund is cash that is available to you for quick withdrawals. So when you're investing in your growth, you definitely want to make sure you have some sort of a safety net in place so that you are never forced to make a tough decision to liquidate your investment assets or rack up huge amounts of credit card debt in order to take care of that need in the moment. So don't invest money that you're not able to, at this point, afford to lose. Make sure that you have that healthy chunk of emergency fund ready for you and available. So as I said, you don't have to in any way liquidate your investments or use credit cards and rack up high interest rates. I'm sure that you'd feel a lot better about your business decisions if you had that safety net in place. So make sure that you're setting your money aside every single month to build that fund up. It's also important to remember that we can use historical data to help you to determine how much to set aside so that you're not overstocking your funds, but you're also not overstretching either. So by looking at exactly where you've been, you're going to be in a better position to be prepared to make smart financial decisions around that investment. And then what does it look like? What reports would you need to use to make those decisions? And are you able to read them? And are you able to really get an idea of like what kind of a percentage you're going to need should you be setting aside? So we definitely want to be figuring that out, and we can help you figure that out together. So that leads to point number 2, which is, am I meeting my goals? That's a question you need to ask yourself. Are you meeting your goals? As entrepreneurs, we typically start our business with some sort of a goal in mind. We don't typically just start a business for it to be an expensive hobby, right? We want to make money. And so having that goal in mind, we really want to make sure that we have that forefront, and we can really get lost in the day-to-day operations of a business, but we don't want to lose sight of the numbers and that financial goal. And that can really help when we're wanting to set those short-term goals. And as we're reaching short-term goals, we're reaching those long-term financial goals as well. So as you're thinking about your company, I would challenge you to just take a step back, really think about, what are the goals for my company? And then consider first maybe an investment in yourself. So you might want to take a moment to just relax, go get a massage, go for a run, figure out what you need to do to outsource and create a more balanced version of the life that you want to live so that you can be more happy and you can be healthy. And as a successful, balanced entrepreneur, you may not realize that your single biggest expense to your income is actually taxes. So the best investment that you can make is in a financial professional or a financial team who can help you to really understand your numbers. And they can also help you to make sound financial goals based on what you've done, what you're doing, and keep you on track with those goals as well and hold you accountable to that. Higher level entrepreneurs who are thinking about investments are diving into certain types of things. You'll probably hear that a lot of people are diving into real estate and maybe the stock market. But don't worry if you're not there yet. You still have a really good grip on your financial goals before it's smart to invest in outside areas of your life and in your company. So point number 3, finally, point number 3. Have you identified areas of your business that just aren't what you love to do, that don't light your flame, that aren't inside of your forte, if you will? You're a plumbing contractor because you're really good at what you do. And hopefully you enjoy doing it, right? But I'm willing to bet that there are some areas of your business that you probably dread doing. I know there's areas in my business that I don't enjoy doing. So let's talk about a few areas that maybe you're struggling to get done. Maybe it's sales, maybe it's marketing, maybe you have a really hard time placing orders and keeping your stock of supplies and job materials. Maybe you have a hard time with client management and making sure that people are happy. Or maybe it could be bookkeeping and or accounting, payroll, or something in that nature. So the people that can handle those tasks for you that you don't enjoy would be maybe a good first investment. So sometimes we invest in people to help us to grow, because the mental and physical time and energy it takes for us to make those things and to get those things done, not just done correctly, but done in a way that's worth it, is worth the price that we might have to pay somebody to do those things for us. Trust me, I get it. Accounting, bookkeeping, payroll, bill pay, accounts receivable, they are not for everybody, and I know that. But your numbers are able to tell you exactly where you've been and where you're going. So if you are able to take those same numbers, and if you're able to not just read them, but understand them, it can tell you what needs to be done to grow in a more efficient capacity. So what you could do, what you could start with is to, if you have people on your team, if you have an admin or something like that, ask your team member to pull your balance sheet, your income statements, statement of cash flows, and get the data and let them tell you if you're mentally and financially prepared to invest. And if your person on your team is not able to do that, that's a good place to outsource. So in summary, what is the big takeaway? Hopefully you can see that investing in your business doesn't have to involve a lot of guesswork. There are some data-driven reports that can tell you when you're ready and maybe when you need a little bit more time. And if you don't use your numbers to make decisions about your business's future, you are risking overstretching yourself and overstretching your funding and causing more harm to your business and to yourself than is good. So ask your team to get those reports and hold them accountable. Also hold yourself responsible for taking the time to review them and to get the story that the numbers are telling you. Investing is something that you want to plan for, not something that plans it for you. So here's your action item. If you need support, feel free to reach out to someone on your team, someone who can help you to pull those numbers and hold you accountable. If you need additional support on this from a professional, please feel free to comment in the comments below what next steps. And I can reach out to you and talk to you a little bit more about how we might be able to support. If you don't have a team, definitely reach out. This is the time to be thinking about outsourcing some of this so that you can make better financial decisions in your future. And also, if you have a friend or a colleague or anyone who you think could benefit from this information, please feel free to share it or tag them below. I look forward to seeing you guys in the next segment.